Will you honor and cherish her, love, trust, and commit to her through joy and pain, sickness and health, and whatever life may throw at you both, until death do you part?
I do.
Samantha, do you take Brett to be your lawfully wedded husband? Will you honor and cherish him, love, trust, and commit to him through joy and pain, sickness and health, and whatever life may throw at you both, until death do you part? Before we get to the vows, I'm going to recite this short poem for such occasion. This poem is called The One. When the one whose hand you're holding is the one who holds your heart, when the one whose eyes you gaze into gives your hopes and dreams their start, when the one you think of first and last is the one who holds you tight, and the things you plan together make the whole world seem just right, when the one whom you believe in puts their faith and trust in you, you've found the one and only love you'll share your whole life through. Do we have the rings? And Brett, you'll place the ring on Samantha's finger first. And the ring is a symbol of binding, a symbol of attachment and a belonging. And dust that off. Not of possession, but of partnership. Can someone hold the box for Brett because he's going to say his vows? Do you want to hold the mic or do you want me to hold it for you?
You want to hold it for me?
Yep. You got it? Then I'm going over here.
Dear Sam, the day has finally come. The day I confess my true love to you. Though I've already known from the moment I met you that you were the one for me. From the miles and miles of paragraphs in our first text messages, the hours and hours spent on phone calls, to our first date, I knew you were for me. Skipping over the shy, awkward phase that lasted a record 20 minutes. And somehow laughing and bonding over your dog, Allie, atrociously farting in our first meeting. I knew you were the one for me. I've always been skeptical of true love and never believed it would find me, but when you came around, everything changed. You showed me a true love that I never could have expected. A love that was so effortless, easy to come by, and just natural. There's no other person in this world that I could call my best friend, my road trip buddy, as well as my wife. I wouldn't want anyone else to freak out in my truck as we slide and get stuck in the mud, narrowly avoid out-of-control cars in an ice storm, or tell me to gun it because you're not going to make it to the bathroom. I still flash back and laugh at the cabin trip where you two gave me the Allie treatment after a rough spurt of food poisoning. Though you might be embarrassed now that I put your business out there, I can't help but laugh and be thankful for all the memories that we've shared together. Thank you for continually pushing me to be a better person every day, and thank you for always loving me, even on the days where I'm hard to love. Thank you for pushing so hard to grow and take care of our baby boy, even on the days that you have nothing left to give. Seeing you transform and glow daily into such a wonderful mom on top of the already amazing woman you already are. I'm incredibly proud to call you mine. Sam, with this vow, I vow to always be there for you on the good, the bad, and the ugly days. I vow to protect you and our son August to the fullest extent. I vow to always be your best friend as well as your husband, until death do us part. I love you always.
That's it, it's your turn. The rings. Same offer. I can hold the mic or you can hold it yourself.
I'll hold it.
Place the ring on Brett's finger.
Just look to the left.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Anyone who knows me on a personal level knows that I've been through some horrible things. I got to a point where I didn't think happiness was for me anymore, and man was I wrong. Whew. Not only did I find happiness, I found you. And the definition of perfection encapsulated in a person. In you, I found a man who is courageous, honest, respectful, and as much as I pretend that you're not, hilarious. I found a man who truly listens to me and puts all my concerns as his highest priority. A man who is always there for me, even when I don't make it easy. And finally, a man I will love for the rest of eternity. I remember when I first saw you as a teen. You were riding your bike down a hill at El Dorado, and I was driving it by in my friend's car. Me being the ever so charming 16-year-old that I was, I hung my head out of her car and screamed, "Hey, you're hot." Who would have thought we'd be going on our first date 9 years later, and that I'd be standing before you 11 years later, about to be your wife and the mother of your perfect son. Every single moment with you has been such a blessing, whether it be traveling around Seattle, getting stuck in mud for 2 hours, crying over our first positive pregnancy test after months of negatives, laying on our backs and laughing in the rain at our first apartment together, or even yelling at each other over whose fault it was that we died in Fortnite. I vow to always make time for more of these memories and to prioritize our love overall. I know, without a single doubt in my mind, that you will be the face I wake up to every day until I'm old and gray. You are as essential as the air I breathe, and for this, I vow to be by your side throughout all the trials and tribulations of life, to be your biggest supporter, to always make you laugh, to stop and just hug you when we piss each other off, to love you for everything you are now and everything you will become, and finally, I vow to find you and love you in every life after this one.
When I spoke to Brett and Samantha about doing their own vows, I did tell them the only advice I gave them was to speak from the heart. And they did just that. They shared a little bit more. I said heart, I didn't say fart. How you got that in there? But beautiful vows. I tell everybody that couples that do their own vows, only about 20% of them write their own vows. Most people are cowards who don't or get too nervous. I mean, you guys did great, and you're part of a special group that was able to do that. So, on that note, now that you've proclaimed your foundation and commitment to one another in the presence of these witnesses and with the power vested in me by the state of Arizona, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.
Give her the heater, Ricky.
Get a room.
Aww.